Welcome to the Egypt Quiz Challenge. Let's have some fun today with 30 quiz questions about Egypt.
What is the capital city of Egypt? Cairo, Alexandria, or Luxor? Cairo takes the crown here. Which famous queen of ancient Egypt was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom before it became part of the Roman Empire? Nefertiti, Cleopatra VII, or Hatshepsut? The most famous Egyptian queen of them all, Cleopatra VII. Which great river runs through much of Egypt and was central to its ancient civilization? The Amazon, the Tigris, or the Nile River? The Nile River. What structure did the ancient Egyptians primarily build to serve as tombs for their pharaohs? Obelisks, temples, or pyramids? Pyramids for the win. Which Egyptian monarch's tomb was discovered intact by Howard Carter in 1922? Ramses II, Tutankhamun, or Akhenaten? The boy king, Tutankhamun. Which ancient monument, located near Cairo, is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world? The Great Pyramid of Giza, Karnak Temple, or Abu Simbel? The Great Pyramid of Giza. What is Egypt's most popular spectator sport? Basketball, wrestling, or football? Football wins easily here. Which world-famous Egyptian actor starred in Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago, earning multiple international awards and nominations? Rami Malek, Omar Sharif, or Amr Waqid? The charming Omar Sharif. Which ancient Egyptian city near the Nile Delta served as the first capital of a unified Egypt? Thebes, Memphis, or Abydos? Memphis, long before the one with Elvis, but still legendary. Who conquered Egypt in 332 BC? Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, or Cyrus the Great? Alexander the Great. What animal did ancient Egyptians commonly keep as pets, often even mummifying them as offerings to the gods? Dogs, monkeys, or cats? Cats were highly revered as sacred animals. Which ancient Egyptian monument is missing its nose? The Great Sphinx of Giza, Luxor Obelisk, or Temple of Edfu? The Great Sphinx of Giza. What famous canal connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea through Egypt? The Suez Canal, Panama Canal, or Corinth Canal? The Suez Canal. What iconic Egyptian food made of spiced rice, lentils, pasta, and crispy onions is considered Egypt's national dish? Shawarma, kashari, or molokhia? Delicious chaos in a bowl, kashari. What famous Egyptian football player is known worldwide and plays for Liverpool FC? Mohamed El Neni, Ramadan Sobhi, or Mohamed Salah? So good, Mohamed Salah. Which mountain on the Sinai Peninsula is traditionally associated with the story of Moses receiving the 10 Commandments? Mount Catherine, Mount Sinai, or Mount Athos? Mount Sinai it is. Which ancient writing system, using pictures and symbols, was used by the Egyptians and later decoded with the help of the Rosetta Stone? Hieroglyphs, cuneiform, or Sanskrit? Hieroglyphs, the original emoji language, but far more poetic. Which Egyptian god had the head of a jackal and was associated with the afterlife? Horus, Anubis, or Ra? Anubis, the only jackal you'd trust to guide your soul, probably. What three colors make up the flag of Egypt? Green, white, and blue. Red, white, and black, or black, yellow, and red. Red, white, and black, with the golden eagle of Saladin in the center. Which Egyptian airline is the country's national flag carrier? Egypt Air, Nile Wings, or Pharaoh Air? Flying high with Egypt Air. What dessert, popular in Egypt, is made from layers of pastry filled with nuts and sweet syrup? Baklava, the pastry that makes everyone wonder why just one piece is impossible. Which organ did ancient Egyptians leave inside the body during mummification? Brain, heart, or liver? The heart, because they believed it did the thinking. Which board game, still played in modern adaptations, was one of the most popular games in ancient Egypt? Mancala, Senet, or backgammon? The board game Senet. Which two lands were united to form what became ancient Egypt? Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, East Egypt and West Egypt, or Nile Egypt and Desert Egypt? Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. What city is home to Egypt's famous seaside resorts on the Red Sea, popular for diving and snorkeling? Sharm el-Sheikh, Aswan, or Port Said? Sharm el-Sheikh. Which Egyptian president ordered the seizure of the Suez Canal in 1956? President Sadat, President Nasser, or President Mubarak? President Nasser, making bold moves before it was trendy. What popular Egyptian street snack consists of fried bowls of fava beans or chickpeas, sambusek, kibbeh, or falafel? Falafel, a winner amongst most vegetarians. Which fruit is one of Egypt's most famous exports? Banana, pomegranate, or mango? The juicy mango. What ancient Egyptian invention was an early form of makeup used to reduce glare from the sun? Rouge, kohl eyeliner, or lip tint? Kohl eyeliner, ancient eye protection. What did the ancient Egyptians believe would cure a toothache? Dead mice, mud paste, or garlic oil? Dead mice, yes, that's the answer, and no, you should absolutely not try this at home. Thank you for playing. Catch you in the next quiz.